Hello and welcome to Painless Universal, a conversation with myself and Welsh. Today I'll be talking to Priscilla, and what excites me about Priscilla is the love she has for Africa. She's taken it upon herself to build a positive narrative about the African story. Now, she's not really from Africa, but she has a heritage in one way or the other. Her father is French, from France, and her mother is from the Caribbean. But she's just grown a passion for Africa. And I'll be asking her these questions. Why Africa? And what has she seen over her journey that has made her really develop this love and passion for the continent? Meet Priscilla.
Depuis 18 ans, le Soudan est sous embargo américain. Des sanctions économiques qui pèsent lourd sur le secteur de la santé.
Welcome everyone to Painless Universal Conversation with myself and Welsh. As previously mentioned, I said I'm here to talk to Priscilla. Priscilla is a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. She's many things. And what excites me is her passion for Africa. Priscilla, thank you for joining me. Thank you.
Thank you, Han.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine.
How is France? Paris. How is Paris?
Well, now this is on lockdown, so everyone is happy.
Yeah.
It's normally, but
yeah. Okay. Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Okay. I find your story fascinating. I mean, your passion, your love for Africa, and something as someone from Nigeria, as you already know, I'm always fascinated how you've had grown such love for Africa. But before we go into that story, could you tell us a little bit about who you are? Who is Priscilla?
Oh, who am I?
Yes.
Well, when I was a child, I wanted to grow up fast. I was in a hurry to be 10, then I was in a hurry to be 18. I was in a hurry to get my driver's license, and then I was in a hurry to drive my first car. I was pressed to have my diplomas, pressed to have a job, pressed to have my apartment. I was pressed to be independent, pressed to be free.
Yeah.
So, I understood that freedom is a choice. Our history belongs to us, and it will always belong to us, but it's up to you to take it, So who am I? An entrepreneurial woman. Since 2019, I created Africa Digital Power. Formerly, it was Wolmer Communication. And in 2012, I created 54 Eta. It's an information media dedicated to Africa.
Wow. You see, everything you've done has always been about Africa. Where did your love for Africa come from?
Firstly, from an identity point of view, to reaffirm my creolity, my negritude, and by extension, because all the supposed inhabitants of the planet Earth have understood that the key to the future is Africa. Mm. So this is kind of logical,
Yeah, but you just have a deep love that, you live in Paris. Mm-hmm. You don't need to have that passion for Africa. You just you could go about doing your daily thing. How did you get that need, that I want to be a voice for the people, the continent of Africa?
It's in me. It's not something that I try to think about it. It was really so deep inside me, And I'm a journalist as well. So this is so logical that I created a media, and then I specialized in African politics.
Yes. And so, yes, you just mentioned you're a journalist. How did you get into journalism and media? What drove you to that side of things?
I study in Sciences Po. This is where I got my diploma. I did a master specialized in media and numeric. So because of my origin, because of who I am, I decided to turn all my potential, all my experiences, all my training to Africa.
Wow. And as a woman, which you first mentioned at the beginning, As a woman doing business in Africa in the media sector, can you tell us some of your challenges and has it been easy?
No, it was not at all easy. Not at all easy because it's a conservative uh, universe. When I created this media, I was the only woman, and I'm young. So a young woman who decided to create a media in politics, African politics, of course, it was not so easy.
What has been your biggest challenges of doing business? I know you've mentioned, but what has been your biggest challenges in terms of meeting the people you need to interview? What has been your biggest barrier to success to doing that?
I will say structural and financial challenges. I explained you have your project, your business, and you want to continue its development, but the office equipment, the lack of interest in data, the digitization of tasks and logistics linked to transport, for example, hinders your activities. So it was my main challenges on the continent, on the ground.
Have you interviewed anyone exciting that we should know about? Anybody that you've interviewed that is exciting that we should know about?
Olusegun Obasanjo is one of my more interested interview because it was about democracy in Africa. So this is not so easy to talk about democracy in Africa. A lot of people think it's just copy and paste model, but he explained it very well. Then it was not former head of state. It was just a Sudanese woman struggling with a lack of moyens. She was a doctor, but at the time of the embargo, it was difficult for her to serve all these sick people in the corridor of death. So Dr. Sana was a deep interview for me.
I enjoyed your documentary you did on Ethiopia, where you were showcasing some of their, showcasing Ethiopia, showcasing their tea. What did you learn from doing that?
All the people who are going in Ethiopia, it's all the time for African Union Summit. But after these 3 days of summit, they totally forgot that they are in Ethiopia. And they just take their jet or the plane to go back to their country. No, there is a reality in Ethiopia, and we need to know that. It's not so easy for Ethiopian people, even if there is a good economic growth, and this is fantastic. But there is a lot of poverty as well. And people, women particularly, young women, in 5 kilometers from the capital, have a really hard reality. In Mont Entoto, I don't know if you heard about the Mont Entoto. No, it's in the capital, but I mean, you should look the video.
Yeah, no, definitely play the video behind and let people see that video because I was inspired by it. It really touched me when you did the documentary about even the tea products, which a lot of people know about tea. A lot of people drink tea, but they didn't realize how much Ethiopia is very big on that market. And you went to the local areas to really emphasize that, showcase that. You spoke to the locals as well, and I think that was
important. Yes.
Yeah, that was really telling of you that you took the time out to do it. Yeah. So in some of the countries you visited, because you've traveled across the continents, you've traveled to various places. What would be your most interesting country in Africa that you visited, and why'd you say it's interesting?
I remember Burkina Faso and the reserve of Nazinga. It's close to the frontier. Well, it was one of my first trip in Africa with Priscilla, who is now ambassador in Senegal. And I really appreciate people for their heart only. So yeah, each place I have been in Africa got the good memories thanks to people.
That's good. Um, in doing your job as a media person, in trying to get the message out, do you know there's so many negative message out there about Africa? How would you balance that to try and bring out the positive side in your reporting?
You know, first of all, of course, there is negative trends, but there is as well positive trends. And you can see that today, 7 of the 10 fastest growing economies in the world are in Africa. So we need to mention that. And in the continent is increasingly moving into the global limelight as a promising investment destination. So despite preconceived risks of investing in turbulent times like now because of COVID-19, we need to mention that Africa is the future.
That's true. And how is technology helping in, especially now you can't be on ground because of all the COVID-19? And how are you using technology to get your message to your the people who are waiting for you to give them a message, a positive message of what's going on in Africa and how they're dealing with issues?
You know, this is mobile first era. So immediacy, instantaneity checks up the desire to stifle business. So everything is known very quickly and without risk of imprisonment. So as I said, this is mobile first. So the digital age where young people take the lead and overturning the powers just through their Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp. So this is the same workflow. I use it, you know.
Yeah.
For the media, for example, it's easy because thanks to WhatsApp, we can share the information easily and then publish it.
That's true. So what are the positive trends coming out of Africa currently? Are there anything positive coming out of the continent?
Of course, you have a lot of conducive business and investment claimants thanks to the government. I think it's a direct result of governments and successfully implement, you know. So there is a lot of positive trends like in ICT. ICT is moving a lot. Economic sector like health sector. I think thanks to COVID-19, the government take in end the importance to reform this sector. So I think in the next few years, this will change a lot.
So as a woman, you're successful. You've done very well in the coverage of the African story. What would be your message of hope to other women, especially who want to follow your footsteps in doing so?
As I said, every experience can make you stronger. So for all new women entrepreneurs, I hope, of course, sharing my experiences can bring some strength to them. And don't forget that your life owns to you and forever. So it's up to you to take it.
Thank you so much, Priscilla, for joining us.
Thank you, Anne, for this interview on your YouTube channel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.